I have a confession to make. My qualifications as a medical doctor have lapsed. At your command.
I'm impressed. I'm Revan.
That.
My employer specializes in data security. You ever need us, we're yours.
Perfect trophies and a fine hunt. Better than I could accomplish. The honors
Ren Maroon.
Make sure everyone's tended to.
Doing good ought to help your stand-in with the residents around here. Check back later. Should have something for you.
Better start running. Better start running.
Agents?
That's my droid. You've got my droid. We were mapping unexplored space. Rishi was our resupply point.
Called? ready to work.
Now that you've got access to the place, see what you can do about opening a line for me to slice in remotely. Trouble is, so's the network. Margot must have shut it down manually.
This is my ship. Think you could just walk on in and be left alive?
Theron, are you getting this?
Loud and clear. I'm in. Full access.
This is the sort of momentum we could never create on our own. We need to maintain that momentum. Surely, if the Revanites are done with the Nova Blades, as Revan indicated, they're on to the next stage of their plan.
There better be something in the Nova Blades files that sheds some light on what Revan's doing with those hyperspace routes.
Yeah, tell me about it. Starting to feel like flying blind is the new normal.
While Theron's pulling down data, I suggest you start to make your way back to Raiders Cove. Hopefully you'll have found something of use by then.
Getting kind of popular with the local dregs.
Careful now.
What have we learned from the aggressor?
Very little, I'm afraid. It would appear someone took it upon themselves to corrupt much of the data as a last resort.
It's a real mess, getting fragments but nothing incredibly coherent. The one thing that does keep turning up is the Mandalorian Margok brought up earlier, the one they call Torch.
What about her?
Well, it looks like Torch and Margok were thick as thieves for a while, then something happened. Had to do with the Revanites. Don't really know the details, but it looks like Torch moved her whole clan to another island here on Rishi. I've got the coordinates.
There has to be something better to go on than an island of Mandalorians with vague motives.
It's the best we have for now, so it will have to do.
If I find anything else, we'll have Jakara look into it.
I'm sending Jakaro out on a scouting run. I've made local arrangements for your transportation should he not return in time.
Wow. You've been busier than I thought.
Get whatever information you can from the Mandalorians. With any luck, they'll lead us to the Revanites.
Warning. Adequate encryption has not been verified. Transmission interception is possible. Please confirm identity. I'm authorized only to speak with the Red Blade.
Maybe I'm the Red Blade, maybe I'm not. Who's calling?
Partial authorization granted. I carry a message from your loyal associate, Jeeg.
Let's hear the message.
No audio available. Your loyal associate requests a meeting at the attached coordinates. Please proceed with all appropriate haste. Also, welcome back to Rishi after your long sojourn on Hata.
Take care.
Yes, sir. Be careful, sir.
Agent? There.
You're now 2 meters inside an Umbaran jamming field. If I've pressed the right buttons, we should have adequate privacy.
I received your message for the Red Blade.
Yes, perhaps a bit obvious, but I thought your pirate cover appropriate given the circumstances. So how is independence suiting you, Agent? No one to answer to or interfering with your decisions?
The last time I saw you, you expected to be hanged. You're awfully self-satisfied for a corpse.
As it turns out, there was concern that I had arranged for certain documents to be released in the event of my death. Instead of execution, I was granted early retirement.
Sounds very straightforward.
Very. I assure you, however, I am no longer involved. I've come only to ask you a personal favor.
Given what you did when I took your orders, what makes you think I'd volunteer for anything you propose?
To start with, we have a shared interest. Shara Jen, the former Keeper and Watcher too.
Go on.
After the Star Cabal's dissolution, Shara was unwell. The damage to her brain from the Cabal's trap had been considerable.
I remember her medical droid. She had trouble speaking.
Add to that her conditioning. She was programmed for loyalty, and we had her working a rogue operation. That aggravated her existing cognitive and psychogenic trauma. She's fortunate she didn't become a vegetable. During Lord Malgus's uprising and the chaos that followed, she was unable to protect herself.
What happened?
She was captured by the Republic. I intend to free her.
Shara saved my life, more than once. She was important to me. For a long time. I owe her this.
As do I. I've made arrangements already. She was carbonite frozen and placed aboard a prison transport, which was then raided by pirates.
And now the raiders have brought their cargo to Rishi.
Precisely. The final step is to retrieve the body and erase all evidence. No one can know what happened. I intend to negotiate Shara's purchase from the raiders. While I do, I need you to provide leverage and cover our trail.
Why not a clean sweep? Eliminate the raiders and take Shara. No negotiations, no witnesses.
People would start asking why. The SIS would piece it together. This mission needs to be forgotten, not buried.
Very well. What kind of leverage am I providing?
To begin with, I suggest you slice the raiders' databanks and transmit their files to me. That should facilitate negotiations.
I'm sure they've made indiscretions we can use. And after that?
You'll have the frequency to listen in. You know how this works. You'll find what I need. We can rendezvous here once I've acquired the carbonite.
All right. Let's bring Shara home. Understood.
Ah, you must be Trademaster Kavok of the Red Media Consortium.
Yes. And you are looking human who wishes to trade.
I understand. You acquired items from the prison transport recently. I'd like to buy the lot.
Why you want frozen prisoners?
Republic carbonite freezing units are superior to my clients. Keep the prisoners. I want the boxes.
Do we look like jailers?
Then we'll dump the bodies ourselves. Just don't expect us to pay extra.
Maybe we sell it all back to the Republic.
Oh, I'm sure I can find a reason for you not to do that.
I'm done deleting evidence, sending files shortly. Sending now.
Why should we not sell to the Republic?
For one thing, I have files right here showing you destroyed a Republic transport last year.
What?
Video evidence from your own ship.
How you get this?
It fell into my hands. I'm sure there's more where that came from.
called?
Uploading files now.
I see you've also had financial difficulties. You lie! Oh, I don't believe so. You've racked up quite a debt to some Trandoshan pirates. Does your crew know you've been gambling? Maybe I make sure you don't tell. Or maybe I can do you a favor. By the time we're finished here, your creditors will be gone. Not possible. Maybe I prefer you gone.
Ready to work. Hardly a scratch.
People can do that to your enemies over the course of this conversation. What do you suppose they can do to you? All right. We sell carbonite prisoners. It's been a pleasure doing business.
What can I do for you? At your command. Hardly a scratch.
How are you feeling?
I've been thawed from carbonite, pierced by 25 needles, and injected with something I can only describe as liquid humiliation.
I'm pleased you're doing well.
I'm right. Did you tell me? I can see stars. Am I on a spaceship?
Yes, you are. You're safe and you're going to be better soon.
Don't condescend to me.
My apologies. If you'll excuse me. Hold transmission, silence audio.
You said we'd all meet back here.
Yes, I lied. She's on her way to a private medical facility. I couldn't be sure you'd approve.
After everything we've been through, you'd still rather manipulate me than trust my judgment.
It's nothing personal. My wife has the same complaint.
Where is she going?
Shara will be cared for in secret by a group of richly compensated medics and scientists. In a very slow and regrettably painful process, the damage to her brain will be repaired, and her loyalty programming undone.
You can do that?
There are no guarantees. My people say it should be possible. When she is free, I have advised her not to rejoin the Empire's service, and to make a life away from conflict. She's never had that chance before.
After we defeated the Star Cabal, I could have escaped too. You advised me to keep working for the good of the Empire.
You signed up to join Imperial Intelligence. You kept fighting after everything that happened. You made choices to continue on your terms. She never did. I'm giving her that chance. Talk to her if you like. Say your goodbyes.
Shara, do you recognize me?
Are you concerned about hibernation blindness or the brain damage? Of course I recognize you. The Minister, former Minister, says you helped me. I don't want to do this, Cypher. I don't want them to decondition me.
Tell me where you are. Look at the stars. Listen to the engine. That mind of yours can piece together coordinates.
You'd come shooting and take me home to Drummond Cars. I've got enough sense to say no. It's all right, I think. I just don't know who I'll be.
You're the smartest person I've ever met, and you're very good at solving mysteries. I have every confidence you'll figure it out.
Maybe, but I hate mysteries. I'm glad you're here. Stay and talk for a little while.
I believe our business is done. I have a retirement to get back to, and while I don't expect we'll meet again, I believe I've said that before.
Retired or not, you're going to watch over that woman. You'll see to it that she recovers, and you'll make sure no enemies find her after. She's going to live a very peaceful life.
Yes, she will. But don't underestimate her either. There is one other thing, by the way. I may be out of the game, but you're not. I hear rumors intelligence is on the verge of reforming at last. Darth Marr wants you to advise and oversee. Independent, but with full access.
Darth Marr considers my independence to be treason.
Yes, but you'd be a check against any Sith who'd use intelligence for their own schemes. A new agency will need new personnel to replace those lost. I have files with potential recruits, untraditional but highly skilled.
What kind of untraditional recruits?
Military deserters, terrorist sympathizers, and Malgus's alien insurgents. All of them believers in a better empire.
Believers in a different empire, perhaps. But no part of my empire. Still, any new intelligence will need expendable manpower. Their sacrifices will buy us time to rebuild.
They may be more difficult to cull than you expect, and you will need them. But as I said, I'm out of the game, and the files are yours. Watch for enemies within and without. Everything is on you now, and you know the stakes for civilization.
Careful now. Take care.
Good to be here.
Ready to work. Agents?
There. Estavo la meg. Mindek upa. Ose kizyosa homo libon. Oringo mosto. Lanan filed. Kikdo beselegna job.